Yeah, we're going YouTube. Yeah, this is another question. What language do Jamaicans speak? Okay, now. The official language of the country is English, right? But what happened is that we speak a dialect also, which is a dialect of English. Yeah, and honestly, the language is so like weird. You have to like get involved to understand it. A lot of people think that the language is broken English, which that pisses me off so much. But it is not broken English. The language has over 150 years of history along with it. What happened? What people don't know, if you learn, alright, what happened is that I did communication studies in school, and what you learn is that you have three variations of English. I mean, of my bad, of Patois, which most persons they don't know because they don't teach Jamaicans this, and they need to know that there are three variations of Patois which you can learn. The three variations is the acrolate, the mesolect, and basolect. The acrolate is the formal English, which is spoken like in news reports, which is spoken in like a lot of high class families, which is spoken in formal settings basically, right? You have the mesolect no, which is spoken with your parents, or the acrolate, which is the English. But the mesolect is more of a little patois with English, right? So like certain words, like you say, I don't want that. I do is the mesolect. Alright, you have the raw patois, which is the basolect. I think you don't speak that with your parents. It depends where you're from, right? Okay, you don't speak that with your parents. You speak that with your friends. So, for example, like I just said, I don't want that, right? Which is I don't want that. In patois, it is me no want that. Me no want that, right? And a lot of persons think that hey, patois is broken, like broken English. Like you hear a person speaking it, and no, that's because you don't know which of the variations the persons are using. But if you study the language itself, you can learn everything about it basically. You can learn the history, you can learn why certain words are like that, but do not criticize the language and call it a broken language because the language is rich. It has a vocabulary, it has grammar, it has everything. It is rich. So learn the language. Jamaicans learn the language, learn about your language because I mean that's a part of our history also. Don't say it's broken English and don't be speaking the English language which you get me? Like learn the idioms. For example, I've heard a lot of idioms as a kid, but it's sad that I don't know all of them. My mom like she say idioms to me like Jamaican patois idioms, but I don't know it. Honestly, I'm gonna learn my idioms and I'm gonna tell my kids. I want my kids to learn their kids. I want my kids to learn patois. I want them to know the difference between patois and English. When you get me? I'm gonna say, hey, I'm speaking patois. You get me? And they won't learn like patois. They won't go to school and speak patois because they know, hey, I'm speaking patois with my parents. I'm speaking patois with my dad. So I'm gonna like teach my kids patois, and I mean, they're going to be fluent in the language also. I want when they go to Jamaica, they can speak patois, but they know when to speak it. With grandma, hey, you can speak patois, right? You can speak the Mesolec version, which is more English, but do not speak the Basalec version, which is raw patois. So I'm going to educate them and teach them about their history, basically. So people, patois is a dialectal language. It is becoming a language because of the evolution of itself, but you need to understand that it's disrespect. Do not criticize the language and say, hey, it's not a language. I might be talking in circles right now, but Jamaicans, that's your language. Okay? So learn it, learn about it, and basically love it. One love, respect. Later.